Bonjour, Princess Pretties. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how Pookie and Ray Rays were created by black women. The very men that they hate, right?
I appreciate a mama who keep it real with you about their son and don't enable them. I remember I was dating this dude, and we was living together at the time, and I think he was cheating or something like that, and I had his mama number out his phone, and I had called her, and I don't even know why I called her, because what the fuck was she gonna do? But I called her anyway, trying to tell him and shit. And off back, she let me say my piece. And right after that, she was like, look, honey, I'm going to tell you this. My son ain't shit. You looking for somebody that's supposed to be a good man to you or settle down with? He ain't it. He ain't it. And I was like, well, we live together. She said, oh, you the one he live with. And she was like, I knew something was up with that because she said, my son, she said, he not responsible. She said he go from house to house, living with different females, whoever gonna let him. And she was like, all my son care about is buying clothes and shoes in his car. She said, yeah, he'll keep a job, but he only keep a job so he can fund his life for his car and his clothes and shoes. And she was not lying. And whole time she telling me, I was like, well, he told me how he got these kids. She said, girl, his kids with me. I got his kids. And I appreciate that because she was like, my son ain't shit. He's not the man for you. She said, you looking for that? Leave his ass alone. She told me, leave his ass alone. And then at the end, she was like, now, I done told you who he is. Don't call my phone no more if you choose to keep messing with him. And I couldn't do shit but respect that because, yeah, she done told me what it was. If I continue to deal with this bullshit, yeah, that's on me. But these mamas that, 10 different females coming about shit and they'll act like my son would never. Yes, the fuck he will. Let's start there. So I appreciate a mama that to keep it real, for real, for real. Because anything after that, that shit.
All I heard from this video was that the mother just told the daughter that her son is not crap. I did not hear at all any examples of her holding her son accountable. You know, because black women, they hate to hold their son accountable. They think that their son can do no wrong. They give their son they don't give their son literally no consequences for the atrocities that they're committing. That's why they keep doing it over and over and over. That's how you know they're not good parents. Because rule number one of a parent, when you're disciplining your kid, you use a reward and a consequence system. Oh, you want to go in mommy's purse and steal her money? Guess what? No allowance this week, no hanging out with your friends, and no snacks from the store. You know, those are consequences. That's how you let this person know what they did is not okay. And they will not have any rewards in doing so. They can't just go on with their life like nothing happened. Women who coddle their sons are the worst. And it's so crazy because they always complain about they hate men who don't take care of their kids. They hate men who cheat. But yet, your son's cheating on his girlfriend and you're just going to let it happen? Your son wants to be a bum and not take care of his kids. You're just going to sit there and take care of him. You're going to let him know, hey, you can be a piece of crap father. I'm still going to be right here to take care of your babies. I thought we hated racism, but yet here we are fulfilling the role of a mammy. I'm confused. Y'all hate catching STDs from your baby daddy cheating on you. But when your son's going around and digging in every hole he sees, you keep your mouth shut? Okay, so when someone knows that your man's cheating on you, I don't want anyone to tell you anything. Don't say someone should have told me. No one should have told you, right? Because that's the type of respect you pay to everyone else in your life that's not you. Because you only care about yourself. And also, it's just so funny because the grandmother, the mother of the son of a bitch, she is supporting absentee father culture. Because think about it. You know your son is only using his money to spend on himself and not pour into his child's life. That means he's probably not spending time with his kids. You're just going to let him do that? No, take it to court and set up some legal system to make sure that he will have responsibility over his kids and he doesn't leave hella kids running around the world traumatizing other people because they have daddy issues. But you know, she's so selfish, she doesn't even think about that. She's just gonna tell the girl at the end, oh, well, now you know he's a piece of crap. It's up to you if you stay with him. And we know you're not a good person. I know you're only telling her this just because she called. And you don't want to be bothered with any drama for the day, right? Like, we get it. You don't care that your grandkids are experiencing abandonment issues at a very young age because you don't care how your son lives his life. And what's also so crazy is that women love complaining about DL men. First of all, DL men are demons. Okay, shout out to the DL whisperer. I stand with him. Because yeah, DL men, I don't care what happened to you. When you grow up, you should know whether or not to be an upstanding citizen. Okay? Stop sleeping around with women when you like it up the booty. I don't care. It's 2025. I don't care if your family homophobic. Stop passing around these STDs because you want to cheat with what you really want to be with. The DL Whisperer did nothing wrong. I saw that y'all did try to cancel him. Absolutely not.
I also don't like how the word homophobic is being weaponized so much. Like, y'all cannot call everyone that just because they don't agree with you. Y'all not using that to protect LGBTQ men or people in the community, but to shut down women who are speaking up about the harm done by DL men. And what's wild, though, is that some of y'all call yourselves like woke and inclusive and are defending a culture that allows men to lie, cheat, use women as shields, treat queer partners as secrets and disposable, and then call anyone who questions it the problem. There was a reason why y'all were upset that the trans woman in Houston leaked that list and you said it was dangerous, because guess what could happen with those DL men that she leaked? Why were y'all mad? Because she could have been what? As if this isn't a group that is often affected by DL men who often don't live a long life because of these men. Oh, okay, but y'all forgot that. Okay, but somehow it's women's fault. Okay. And then you question anyone who sees it as a problem, right? That's not progress.
Sorry, y'all. I did have to squeeze that in there because don't even play with him. For exposing cheaters, you're dumb. Talking about it's homophobic. What? Since when is it homophobic to hate cheaters? Because you can pass on diseases to people. Are you dumb? Ew! And people like that, they're very predatory, right? But anyways, back to black mothers, because again, you created this monster, okay? He shouldn't have to change. Yeah, I said what I said, but you should change, sir, if you're watching or if you're listening. But anyways, they hate DL guys, but you guys don't even know your sons be getting SA'd when they're children because you don't care about what's going on in their lives. Disgusting, distasteful. I know so many stories of black women having their children SA'd at young ages because they weren't involved in their children's lives. They didn't hold themselves accountable. They didn't hold their kids accountable. No consequences whatsoever. Just letting their kids run about the neighborhood, not knowing where they are, not caring about their safety. Like, yeah, black women, a lot of y'all are the reasons for so many atrocities we be having in the black community, because you're the mother at the end of the day. You're the nurturer. I'm not going to expect as much from a man. Sorry, not sorry. Women are nurturers. Women are supposed to breathe life into the babies. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Cancel me if you want to. And yeah, these boys grow up confused because they were SA'd. Even little girls growing up confused about their sexuality. Wondering if they're asexual, pansexual, blase, because things weren't supposed to happen to them at a young age. But you didn't care when your kid was running about the neighborhood, maybe experiencing things from older people or people of their age that they should not have been exposed to. And then you let them run off, sleeping over at everybody's house? Yeah, you're disgusting. A reoccurring theme I'm seeing is the lack of authority. These black women are the same black women that were crying about the trophy wife allowing her husband to do inappropriate things to her child. Disgusting. They're saying, where's the sympathy for the mother? The mother who was abused by her man, she stayed and then allowed kids to be around the same man unsupervised? Am I slow? This is why I think I'm autistic. Because why are all of y'all actually this dumb? I heard grown women on their channels defending the trophy wife, saying, oh, where's the sympathy for her? Da-da-da. She failed as a mother. She failed her kids because she was crazy over some penis. Disgusting. Crazy over money. This is the issue that I have with gold diggers as well. I just want to get this out. Okay? When people are just gold diggers, when people only care about a man, and you don't care about anything else about his character, how he's going to treat you when you're married, how he's going to embarrass you or not, when you don't care about those things and you're only after money, surface level things, these are the type of things that will happen in relationships. These are the type of things that will happen to kids. And y'all going to support it. You're going to be her number one supporter for failing her children. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he abused my kid. He abused me. The sky's blue. The sky is blue. This, swear, y'all so dumb to me. Like, I don't understand. Oh my gosh, and disclaimer, I'm not saying that if you got SA'd as a kid, you're going to SA other people. I'm not saying that, okay? I am saying that I'm seeing a pattern here of how certain people grow up from traumas and how they turn out. And what's the common denominator? Black women not watching their children. A lot of these situations would have been avoidable, okay? A lot of trauma wouldn't have been passed on to other people because they didn't know how to deal with it as a kid. A lot of that stuff would be avoidable if the mother was there and present. If the mother was making sure people got consequences for doing bad things. Oh my gosh, you guys just got me passionate because I cannot believe there were women defending this. I had to, any channel I saw defending the trophy wife, I unsubscribed like I unsubscribed and blocked Queen Aisha back in the day for the statements she was making. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I know somebody right now with a mother that coddles them, and because she was always micromanaging him but never like giving him consequences, he never got the discipline to grow up and be a man himself. Like, he doesn't know how to make his own decisions. He doesn't know how to think for himself. Lord have mercy. And she's allowing him to date, but she gets mad when he doesn't have the willpower to go to a job fair but spend her money on her credit card as a grown. You're done. You're done. And you know what? I'm going to get very graphic because women who enable men, they're the reason why so many atrocities go on. Like, let's really think about Jeffrey Epstein and his wife. Yes, I'm comparing black women who enable and coddle their sons. Yeah, I'm comparing you to Jeffrey Epstein's wife. She knew what was going on. She knew her husband was a pervert and should have went to jail and had his junk cut off. Everything. Anything bad imaginable to him, okay? I believe that should have happened to him. She's just gonna let it happen. Allow girls to just keep being traumatized over and over and over by her disgusting husband. Just because he's got money. Is your self-worth so low? Like, OMG. I'm sorry, I just thought about that. And a lot of my ops, you guys are exhibiting signs of what I'm talking about. I remember when I was talking about people being racist to babies, and they were like, oh, now she want to have morals. You're slow, and you're done. You're done. You're done. Go get some morals. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Like, you're so demonic. You're so evil. You're so, like, you're an energy demon. You suck the life out of things. That's why you don't care when people are traumatizing lives, because you don't care about nothing else but yourself. Talk about some morals. Go get some. You're the reason the world is so terrible. Yeah. Because you enable bad behavior from other people. And when someone speaks up on it, you like to sweep it under the rug. If you don't get the heck out of here, I'm not even a mother, and I'm more motherly than a lot of y'all. These bitches is my sons. Nicki Minaj. Don't worry, you guys. I will be coming out with more song analysis videos. I love analyzing songs. I low-key also want to do Michael Jackson, the song Chicago. That song is tea right there. I love a good lyricist. But anyways, let's get back on topic. The reason I say black mothers are the reason for a lot of the atrocities in the black community is because, again, you guys are a child's first example. You are a child's first role model. Y'all aid in the culture of allowing Pookie and Ray Rays to exist, enabling their bad behaviors, while also teaching your daughters how to not have morals, how to not have values, and how to accept a Pookie and Ray Ray's love. You teach your daughters that that's okay to deal with. It really starts in the home. You guys will allow the son to be a bum, not do any chores, while congratulating him on getting 2 girlfriends at the age of 6. Hashtag Lil RT.
Lil RT's mom won't let him go to school. She also lied on an interview about him to avoid controversy.
He don't go to school, I just don't know. I drive my baby to his school to go get his work every day.
Recently, her son was tested on his math skills.
What's 4 times 4? Hey! You a baby, bro. You don't even know your multiplication tables.
After Lil RT showed everyone he doesn't know math, his mom called him to prove that he does.
What's 3 plus 3, Junior? Huh?
6.
What's 5 plus 5?
2.
What's 10 plus 10?
2.
Okay.
It seems that Lil RT focuses more on music than on school.
If you ain't suck a dick, boobies, you can get the fuck up on my shit. 100 round, hit him with a Glock, take a fucking dog. 100 round, bitch, we in that cute, we won't take it out.
Yeah, I'm coming with receipts. Just look at how Lil RT's mother lets him engage in adult activities. Disgusting. But the same type of black moms will tell their daughter they need to cook and clean just because they're a girl. No. She needs to cook and clean, and he needs to learn how to cook and clean because it's basic survival skills. I would think you would want them to be able to function in their own home, right? They will sit up here and tell their daughters to stay with a man cheating on him because that's a good man, Savannah. He got you a house. You know, your sexual health means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Because at least he paid the bills. I don't care. I find out someone's cheating on me, I'm leaving. First of all, that's just embarrassing. No, thank you. Like, I have a big ego a little bit, so I just couldn't deal with the fact that this man think he can play me and I have to stay. And then on top of that, my sexual health. Women be losing organs because of STDs, you guys. I don't think you know how bad this is. You be stinking having STDs, you guys. No, it's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's ghetto. It's ratchet. And frankly, I'm just not of that culture. Okay? I'm not. And yeah, these mothers are just as evil and predatory as their sons. Just like their sons predatory, they're predatory towards their sons. That's why they treat their sons like their husbands. These are the type of women who are happy or don't care that he's cheating on his girlfriend because I feel like she gets invigorated that she's the only one in his life that he can't do that to. Okay, so let me explain how this whole thing happens. These black women typically get their heart broken by Pookie and Ray Rays many of times because they're slow. They're low IQ, okay, they're dumb, they don't learn their freaking lesson, so they hold all this resentment towards men, and typically the last man in their life to not disappoint them is their son. So they put these crazy expectations on their son. And oh yeah, the reason I didn't bring up fathers, and why I said their son is the only last male figure standing is because we all know black men aren't in black women's life, because y'all keep choosing to reproduce with Pookie and Ray Rays. That's why I said her son is the last one standing. Statistically, yep. So yeah, because they harbor all of this resentment, they're gonna put all of this pressure on their son to be a man for them and to pick up the slack. And she's gonna try and mold him into the dream man she always wanted, but she never experienced. And you know, he's not learning how to be a real man because there's no real man to teach him how to be a real man. It's a woman teaching him how to be her man. That's emotional incest. And this topples into the mother causing her son to neglect his relationship in favor of her. Oh, he wants to hang out with his son? He wants to hang out with his girlfriend? Oh, wait, I need you here. Can you help me with this? You know I'm lonely. You know I have no one else to help me. It's the constant guilt tripping, and this subconsciously teaches him to never put his girlfriend first, to never respect his girlfriend's time and opinion. That is one scenario. There's a whole nother scenario where this goes the opposite direction and she hates men altogether, that she just gives up on her son before he even graduates middle school. You know, she just puts on him that niggas ain't shit, like you ain't gonna be shit when you grow up, just like your daddy. Men are evil, men are terrible. Just gives up, doesn't speak life into her child, doesn't guide her child into being an upstanding man. Okay, so there's multiple ways that this can go. But yeah, notice in both scenarios, the common denominator was the mother for ruining her child's life and why her child grew up to be a piece of shit. But yeah, that is the end of my video. I'm so sorry about getting all passionate, but I don't play about kids. I be getting so mad, like, they're sweet little babies. Like, how could you? You're evil, you're sick. This is how I know you're mentally ill, to neglect kids and not want to be there to protect them and make sure they're safe and okay. Because, like, how can you look at something so cute and not want to protect it? Like, biologically speaking, something's wrong with you. And this is proven scientifically. It is proven that people who had more neotenous features got better treatment than people who didn't. Neotenous features are tied to youthfulness. Youthfulness is literally based off of babies and kids. Okay, cuteness. So yes, biologically speaking, you should want to help babies and kids. You shouldn't want to hurt them. So yeah, if you aid in the harm of kids or you enable people who harm kids, aka the trophy wife, okay, you need to go to jail. I said what I said, and I'm low-key not even being dramatic right now. Yeah, you're sick and you're a danger to society. Yes, you are. You literally are. But anyways, au revoir. Mwah.